What's happening, guys? So, I want to give a little update here about what I did today and a big important realization that I made from doing that. So, I posted in the forum basically saying that I think I need to redo some of the AA program because my approaches, my real cold approaching, I could do it, I could force myself through any approach anxiety that I had, but I would end up taking a lot of days off, psyching myself out of it most days, and spending a lot of time at the mall wherever I was looking for girls to approach and avoiding most of them so that I would only be able to do a pretty small number of approaches for a very long amount of time. So I've sort of realized, well, that avoidance and that apprehension that's causing me to avoid going on most days, I was calling it laziness for a while. Oh, I'm just not getting myself up to go do it every day. I need to just, stop being lazy and everything. But the bigger issue is that the laziness is really avoidance of something that's too nerve-wracking for me. If it were just, slightly, difficult, it wouldn't be something that I would be that lazy about. Because I'm lazy about certain things. I'm lazy about the things that I don't want to do. I'm not lazy about the things that I do want to do, even things that are generally not fun, like, going to the gym. I mean, going to the gym is fun, but it's still work. But I still do it because it's not that hard. I mean, I know how to lift weights. It's not that painful for me. Doing this approaching stuff is enough that I could talk myself out of doing it on most days. So the thing for me to do is to go back and start doing the drills again at a point where they are easy enough that I actually go do them every day and I don't miss a lot of the opportunities that I see. I actually get in there and do drills on pretty much every girl that I see that's available. So anyone who's been reading my blogs about this stuff, you'll see that I've been complaining about, I can't find enough girls to do these drills ever since really the last part of week 6, and that was a big thing when I was doing week 7. I mean, week 7 ended up taking me like 2 months, something ridiculous, to complete, and I would always say, I went to the mall, no one was there, I walked around for XYZ time, and all I found was this many girls. Well, today I went to the mall, on a Monday in the afternoon, and there were plenty of girls. There were way more than I needed. I redid the first day of week 5. I actually did 1.5 times the drills that you have to do for that in less than an hour. There were plenty of girls. And I know what the issue is. In addition to just seeing a girl who's by herself and a perfect, candidate for doing this kind of thing on, I would skip out on some of those. But beyond that, I would skip out on girls, at least for doing drills, that are in any situation that would make me more nervous, like if they're in groups, if they're walking into a store, if they're with their parents, if they're with a guy, and a couple of other things. If they're in earshot or eyeshot of a girl I've already done a drill on. All those sorts of things I would use as an excuse to not use that girl to do a drill on. So I sort of explained this in when I posted that my requirement for getting through these drills, I've now raised the bar. And this is really important because the purpose of doing the AA program is not to finish the AA program, it's to beat approach anxiety. So I'm not interested in whether or not I can do the drills. What I'm interested in is whether or not I can do the drills with no hesitation and no avoidance, which means I have to do a drill without waiting and getting stuck on every single girl I see that I would ever want to have sex with. And now I'm not actually approaching these girls, and when it comes time to actually approach, some of them, there might not be as much of a reason to, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even think what I'm about to say is true. You know, if a girl's with her mom or something and she's of age, well, why not try to get her number? I mean, just go for it anyways. But if a girl is young and attractive and I would ever want to sleep with her, I have to get in there and do the drill. And if I ever don't do that, even once, I fail the day. And that doesn't mean I would stop and go home. I would continue doing drills for that day, but then I would have to go repeat it the next day. And I have to repeat every day until I do it flawlessly. Which means that by that point, it's gotten so easy that it's just, there's no issue about doing it flawlessly. It's just, I have no anxiety about it anymore. Now, when I got to the mall today to do whatever day 32, I think it is, whatever the first day of week 5 is, I immediately failed because I avoided a girl that I saw right when I walked in. Whatever, I went in ahead and did the drills on, like I said, 27 girls. And after that, I did a pretty good job. You know, I approached girls who were with their moms or in groups or with guys and all these other situations, a lot of which are situations I avoided entirely when I was doing the AA program before. I would occasionally approach girls in groups, but I never approached girls with guys or with their parents. So I'm going to need to do that again tomorrow and make sure that I do it flawlessly. And keep in mind, you know, pay attention to, well, how nervous this is making me. If it's any more uncomfortable than it is to just ask a girl for the time, which, you know, by this point is basically nothing for me, then I need to redo the drills. So that by doing this, you know, slow, steady progress through all of these drills, so that when I finish a day and I'm going on to the next one, the current day is just absolutely nothing for me. It just rolls off me. I could do it without even trying. So if I get to the end of week 6 doing that, then I'll be able to do basic guy game without approach anxiety. I'll really be able to get in there and do it. And I'll do it every day. It won't be a big issue. I won't avoid it. And I'll approach all the girls that I see. I'll take advantage of every opportunity that I find. So I'm going to go forward with this. I'm going to have to repeat day 32, whatever it is, tomorrow. We'll see if I can complete it, like, in the way that I'm, you know, talking about. And then I'll just go through week 5, and then go through week 6, and then once I really complete week 6 in this way, I can then start doing real approaches, which Chris suggests you do anyways. And then after that, I'm actually going to go on into week 7 and week 8 rights. I never did week 8. So then, you know, probably what I'll do is I'll go do the drills, and then when I'm done, I'll go do some real approaches. I don't want to take days off and alternate. I want to do drills every single day, and it'd be nice to do approaching for real every single day after I hit day 46 or whatever it is again. And of course, I'm going to be doing the bar drills too. And that'll make it easier now. I've been avoiding going to bars a lot. I've only managed to get myself to go out there once recently. And it's because I'm expecting to go out there and really try to bring a girl home or something. That's just too, I'm just jumping all the way into the deep end. It's too much. If I go there with the intention of walking past 20 girls and squeezing their arms, or saying, hey, I like your style, wherever that drill is, I could, you know, probably not be so freaked out by that, but I would actually go do that 2 or 3 times a week. And then, you know, do the later drills at the bars, and then I think week 8 will help a lot with being really aggressive at the bars in a sober state, which is my intention. I don't want to start drinking again, especially since I'm trying to lose body fat right now. So that's pretty much it. You know, I had a really good experience today, even though I got an immediate F and I have to repeat it. I just instantly realized that this is what the issue is. Like, I didn't have any problem with finding girls. There were way more than enough girls. And I noticed that I have that killer instinct again that I had forgotten about for almost a year now, because I'm doing a drill that's fairly easy for me. I see a girl and just make a beeline right to her, and almost every time that I see her, and it needs to get up to absolutely every time. When I was doing week 7, it was just pacing around, talking myself out of almost every girl that I saw, and then just forcing myself into the few interactions that I did have. And that was just no fun, and no wonder I didn't like going and doing that. I was making all these excuses to avoid it. So I don't want to ramble on too much about this. I know what to do now, so I'm going to stick with this. Like I said, get through week 6, day 46 right, and then I'll go into doing some real approaches without approach anxiety, and I think I'll really be able to do 30 plus girls a week and really get somewhere with it. Alright, see you guys later.